The San Francisco 49ers and quarterback Brock Purdy have agreed on a huge extension, 5 years, $265 million, but is it worth it? This new contract for Brock Purdy, while very well deserved for him, after going from the last pick in the 2022 NFL draft to making a Super Bowl appearance with the Niners a few years ago, does not guarantee they are going to be successful with him. He is now going to average $53 million per year, which will put him tied for seventh highest amongst QBs for next season. That's tied with Jared Goff and just a little bit below Tua Tagovailoa. Now, if we look at the rankings themselves, you'll see that he will rank ahead of players such as Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Matt Stafford. Now, there are some names above him that shouldn't have this money either, such as Trevor Lawrence, who at $55 million per year, and Jordan Love at $55 million per year are getting paid beyond what they performed at. Now, Dak Prescott is the highest average salary at $60 million per year and is a great case study for what might happen to the 49ers now that they've paid Brock Purdy. Some of the issues the Cowboys have had recently since they've paid Prescott is that they've had to not pay other players. The Niners have already gotten rid of guys like Deebo Samuel, who, while maybe production going down, were still a big part of the offense and a big part of Purdy's early career success. Now let's dig into the numbers behind his season last year and where he might rank within the talent at the quarterback position based on just the pure stats. Looking at some of the basic surface level stats, we have Brock Purdy sitting at 3,864 yards last year, ranking 10th in the league. He had 20 touchdowns, which ranks tied for 15th in the league, and he had 12 interceptions, which tied him for fourth in the league. Now, this just goes to show that Purdy did not have a great year last year, which is interesting to note because he did not have the weapons that he was supposed to. Deebo Samuel was in and out of the lineup all season, and Brandon Ayuk missed most of the year with an injury. Now, George Kittle was there, as he will be next year, as he was also extended this offseason, so he won't be without weapons completely. He will also have Ayuk coming off of his injury, which will hopefully upgrade his wide receiver core. Now, one of the issues with paying a quarterback like this is that you want a lot of production out of him and you want the success for the team. Purdy has had the success of the team, but when digging into the advanced statistics, it paints a picture that is not as clear as they would like. Purdy last season ranked 17th in completion percentage at 65.9%, 13th in passer rating at 96.1, and third in yards per attempt at 8.5. This illustrates a very productive quarterback who has good efficiency but lacks the big play ability of most of the higher end quarterbacks. A lot of people will chalk this up to really good coaching from Shanahan's part. And maybe the fact that he didn't have Christian McCaffrey last year will be one of the reasons why he wasn't able to play at the level that he had previously. However, with this new contract, there's no guarantee that they can have McCaffrey or a running back of his caliber for the length of the entire contract, meaning that he will have to operate without a good running game. Now, also, if you look at the Niners running game last season, they did run the ball well despite not having the threat that Christian McCaffrey does present. Now, McCaffrey out of the passing game is what they probably missed the most, but that's where George Kittle was able to pick up the slack. This team was talented, injured, but talented last year, and Purdy wasn't able to push them beyond what a average quarterback would do, and that's why they didn't make the playoffs, and that's why they finished where they did in the standings. Now, this isn't to say that he can't continue to improve. He was a bottom pick in the draft, and he's come out and done extraordinary things for someone drafted his position. But there is a clear ceiling here. He doesn't have the pure arm talent, nor does he have the legs to make up for any difference in arm talent that he might have amongst guys like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. Now, the team can still have success. The Niners are not going to just become what the Cowboys were last year. But while Niners fans should be happy that they have Purdy for the long term, this salary number might end up hindering them in the long run, especially if they aren't able to draft as successfully as they have in the past. One of the hallmarks of these great teams like the Eagles and the Chiefs that were in the Super Bowl last year is that they draft well. Also, their quarterbacks both are going to be making less money than Purdy will be in the coming seasons. So it will be on the 49ers front office and Kyle Shanahan to develop and draft and bring in the players that they need that aren't making the big bucks like they have had previously. This isn't to say that they can't do that. It is perfectly possible. Brock Purdy is a talented player, and he is deserving of getting this money. But will that lead to the Niners winning a Super Bowl or making the playoffs every single season? Only time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to Ballhawk Sports Media and check out the videos on the screen of my position group tier list series that comes out every Tuesday.